Wow.
Coming out of the 2024 season, in which the Bears went 5-12, including 10 straight losses, Bears GM Ryan Poles was tasked with three things chiefly. One, find the right head coach. Two, revamp the entire offensive line. And three, add to the running back room. You look at where the Bears are right now, 9-3 in the 2025 season, first place atop not only the NFC North, but the entire NFC conference. And you got to say that Ryan Poles did all of those three things at a very, very high level. First of all, you start with the head coach that he acquired. Ben Johnson was the hottest name on the market. I understand that he was the play caller for the Detroit Lions. Everybody understood he was an offensive guru, but was he a guy who could galvanize an entire locker room? Could he be a leader of men for 53 NFL players? That was the question. He's answered those questions with a resounding yes, starting at his introductory press conference. He's gone straight through minicamp, training camp, preseason, and on into the regular season. His leadership, his fingerprint is all over this team. There is no doubt about it that Ryan Poles not only hired the right person for the job, we knew that when he made the hire. He was the right person to bring in. The question was Ben Johnson actually the guy? Right now, it certainly looks like he is the guy right now guiding the Bears to their first place standings that they are in right now. You move on to the offensive line. Poor unit that it was last year. The Bears led the league in sacks 68 times. Rookie Caleb Williams was sacked. Not all on the offensive line, but certainly they had a huge, huge part in it. Coming into this offseason, the Bears knew they had to flip at least three and likely four of their starting positions. Ryan Poles told me in a press conference at the end of the 2024 season that he thought he had the resources and that he also thought things would line up for him to be able to do so, not only in the draft, but also via free agency. He immediately went to work on flipping that offensive line. Right guard Jonah Jackson came in. Center Drew Dahlman came in. Left guard Joe Tooney came in from the Chiefs. And then they went into the second round and drafted Ozzie Trapillo. And then they also found a diamond in the rough with their scouting department going back to last year, bringing in the Canadian Eagle, who's also started a lot of time over at left tackle. Pair those four or five with the right tackle Darnell Wright. They've played outstanding football. They've been excellent as they continue to progress, continue to gel as a unit. And then finally, he had to flip the running back room. We have to improve the talent in the running back room. That was the question. How they go about it? A lot of people were down on DeAndre Swift. I was not. I understood that DeAndre Swift was just as much a victim of the offensive line that he played behind as Caleb Williams was. I saw the talent, I saw the characteristics, the physical traits that DeAndre Swift brings to the backfield, not only as a runner, but also as a pass catcher. Ryan Poles obviously saw those things too. He continued to roll with DeAndre Swift as his proposed starter. Did he try and find some other ways? He absolutely did. He explored the possibility of trading up in the draft to get highly coveted running back Ashton Jeanty, who went very high in the draft. That simply did not work out for Ryan Poles. He also tried to dip back into the second round, grab a running back, perhaps Travion Henderson from Ohio State. He went just ahead of the Bears pick in the second round. Ryan Poles continued to let the board fall to him in the draft. He did not want to overinvest or give up future draft capital to move up and get some of those players. As it stood, he was able to find seventh round running back out of Rutgers, Kyle Monangai. Kyle Monangai led the Big Ten in rushing last season. He also never, ever fumbled the ball throughout the entirety of his college running back career. There were questions swirling around. Did he do enough? Did he do enough to improve the running back room? Early in the season, the Bears could not get the running game going. And a lot of people said Ryan Poles simply did not invest enough. Truth be told, that offensive line that we talked about and those running backs and that offense that orchestrated by head coach Ben Johnson was just taking time to come together. Once it did, the Bears have taken off. They are now the number one rushing offense in the National Football League. And just last week, they had two running backs go for 125 yards in their victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. The first time the Bears have done such since the days of Walter Payton. Shout out to Sweetness. Listen, a lot of people deserve credit for the Bears turnaround. Certainly, Ben Johnson has gotten his majority of the credit, and rightfully so. Caleb Williams has gotten his share of the credit. The defense, led by coordinator Dennis Allen, have gotten their share of the credit. But if you're going to talk about who also deserves credit for how quickly the Bears have turned this thing around, from worst to first, Ryan Poles' name should certainly be mentioned.
Look, welcome to Plants on the Gridiron. It's Chicago's first and only plant-based tailgate.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Bigger world, baby.
And here's what we love. It is Chicago's most unique event. We combine health, we combine sports, love of football, and you gotta bear down. Chicago Bears, baby.
Awesome to see the community coming together and just enjoying some really good plant-based food. There's people here that are meat eaters, there's people here that are fully plant-based, and we can come together as a community and just really have an impactful event.
Because we are Chicago homegrown.
Come late, the food gonna be gone.
I swear to God, ain't coming late.
I am the Sumo, Morgan Park, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
Yeah, this is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the Bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up, y'all? This is Kyrie Irving, you're tuned into the Bigs.
What's happening is Dame Lillard, a.k.a. Dame Dollar, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up? This is D Rose, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the Bigs.
I am the Sumo, Morgan Park, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
Yeah, this is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the Bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up, y'all? This is Kyrie Irving, you're tuned into the Bigs.
What's happening is Dame Lillard, a.k.a. Dame Dollar, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up? This is D Rose, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the Bigs.
What's good? Welcome back inside the big studios. My name is Herb Howard. This is the Herb Howard Show. Thank y'all so very, very much for being here. I see some of y'all in the comments saying good morning. Good morning, mother. How are you? Appreciate you for checking in. Certainly. Listen, man, I don't know if y'all heard this or not, but the Bears are in first place. Not only, as I said in the intro, for the NFC North, but for the entire NFC conference. The Bears are in first place, 9-3. The Bears got a little help after they took care of their own business against the Philadelphia Eagles. Got a little help and found themselves atop the NFC. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers just continue to give blessings to the Chicago Bears, going back to the Bears getting the number one pick, trading with the Bears, bringing DJ Moore here, and then earning the number one pick themselves, which is coming to the Bears in the form of Caleb Williams. So shout out to the Panthers, man. Y'all keep doing right by us. We love y'all. Anyway, we got to get to the Sawbuck, man. Y'all know what that means. We are bringing in my brother, one half of the founders, Mr. Eugene McIntosh. Gino, what it do, man?
What's the Bidnowski?
Man, same old, man. We talking about these here Chicago Bears. First of all, did your caravan finish the job?
The caravan will finish the job. All of the games were canceled this weekend due to the snowstorm. So I think 5A and 6A are today, 7A, and 8A are tomorrow. So, but all the last 4 games are all Catholic League games. They're Catholic League representatives in all 4 contests, man. So, looking forward to the caravan taking it home, man. Bringing title number 17 back to 64-10, man. You know, championships are built on Dante, bro.
That's what I hear. Okay, I didn't know what had happened. I just know I had set a recorder to watch the games, and I went to watch them, and it was showing me something else was on. I was like, they didn't play me out of watching the games. I was trying to see East Saint smack Oswego or something, I think, or Fenwick.
Yeah, it's Fenwick.
Yeah, so do y'all play Oswego? Somebody play Oswego.
We play Oswego. Sorry, Oswego. Take y'all ass, wherever burb they in, take y'all ass back because it's about to go down tomorrow. Sorry.
Well, there's that.
Yep.
All right, man. These Chicago Bears got some things going on, my brother. Man, we got to get into what some of these things actually look like for the Chicago Bears. I don't know where we should start, man. How about this? Coach Johnson says, while they are 9-3, while they are in first place atop the entire NFC, if the playoffs started right now, they have the number 1 seed.
Crazy.
He says they are doing that not because of their passing game, but in spite of their passing game.
Wow.
What do you hear? What do you think when you hear that?
So this goes back to what I asked you, maybe, what is this, episode 16?
Yeah.
Maybe around episode 10 or 11, I asked you, are the Bears winning in spite of, with, or because of Caleb Williams? Now we have the answer after a 9-3 record. So, hey, I'm so glad that Coach, this is what I love about Ben Johnson. It's the accountability. He ain't sugarcoating it. And this is something that you've been saying all year long. It's about, we've talked about the Caleb Williams progression. It's the weekly thing.
Yep.
They say any given Sunday, you take these games week by week. We take the progression week by week. Caleb Williams has been effective, but he hasn't been efficient.
Right.
And in order for these guys to go where they're trying to go, he's going to have to be efficient. So I guess that's Ben Johnson not crying out, but just continue to let him know, because I'm sure behind the closed doors, behind what we get to see, you obviously get to hear and know a little bit more since you're there. But from what we see, this is Ben Johnson. Definitely, it's only year 2 and first year with him, but holding him accountable, man. Like, these are our standards. Remember, and you can take it from here. Remember, he said, I don't know if it was after that Detroit smacking we took in week 2 or if it was the next week. He said, we're going to look like a different team in December than we do now. And they totally do.
Yeah, no, he said that, like, this, it might have been his introductory press conference.
There you
he
go.
was like, it's going to take a minute to get going. He said, we're going to be playing our best football in December. Now, that's going to be a challenge. They went 5-0 in November, right?
Crazy.
They took care of business.
5-0?
They went 5-0 in November.
Wow.
They beat the Bengals, Giants, Vikings, Steelers, and Eagles all in the month of November. Now, does that mean they got to go undefeated in December to be playing their best ball? Not necessarily. They're going to be playing a little bit better caliber of competition. But you look at their next 4 games and you talk about the Packers, the Browns, the Packers, and the 49ers, 2 of those on the road, 2 of those at home. It's a pretty good slate of games. I know people like to make fun of the Browns and whatever they got going on. But that defense is a real thing that you have to deal with. And if the Bears can go 3-1, say, over this stretch, but they continue to play good football, they continue to run the football, they continue to play, takeaway style type of defense, then that can be them playing their very best football in December. And so I think he's absolutely right. Certainly you look at where they are right now entering the month, they are playing their best ball. And so he was prophetic with that. But I'm with you, man, on his accountability, right? It's about setting a standard and not stopping until you get there.
Yeah.
I think the good, better, best thing is kind of funny, like a little corny. I know it's exciting and the cities are into it and the players are into it, so cool. As long as you're winning, it's cool. But I think there is some real messaging in there, right? You talk about good, better, best. And more importantly, we talk about never let it rest. You know what I mean? Until your good actually does get better and your better does become the best, right? And I think that's some real messaging. You set that standard and you keep pushing at it until you get there, right? And obviously you're never going to reach perfection, but that's what you're aiming for. And so you don't say, well, hey, this is our first year. It's okay if we owe what. You say, no, this is the standard for how we want to play. Let's get there, and then let's keep pushing that thing higher and just see where it takes us. Right now, it's taking the Bears to the very, very top of the NFC North, which brings us to the next part that we want to get into. Is it okay for Bears fans, not the coach, not the team? I get why they can't do that. We talked to Ben Johnson yesterday in his Monday press conference, his virtual press conference, and he's like, listen, we ain't accomplished nothing yet.
Right.
I don't want to hear it.
Right.
He's like, y'all gonna ask me all different kind of ways. I asked him in my way. Dan Reederer asked him in his way.
I heard both of you.
Courtney Cronin asked him in her way. And he's like, y'all can ask me in whatever way y'all want. I'm telling y'all, we ain't done shit.
Right.
And we're gonna have to continue to show up 1 week at a time and play our best football and try to go 1-0 each week if we're gonna have a chance to not only get in the dance, because they're not in the dance yet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like hypothetically, the Bears could finish the season 9-8.
And if they lose Sunday and the other teams,
it could flip.
They win, we fall from 1 to 7.
It could flip. It could flip in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's all up from here. But hey, man, the fans can think whatever they want to think.
Can the fans think big? Can
think
the fans
big.
start to think Super Bowl?
Big dubs, man. Big dubs, man. Fans, go crazy. See, this is all a result of how traumatized we've been. And I'm glad I'm not on the beats. Now I get
PTSD.
to be I get to be a crazy wild out fan. Shout out to my girl Maddie in the comments. Maddie is the biggest Bears fan in the world.
Shout out to
Maddie. She's going crazy. But Bears fans, go crazy, man. Talk smack to the pack this weekend, man. Enjoy it, because y'all see what happened to the Redskins this year, right?
Fall off like hypes.
It could happen. This is the beauty of the NFL. But back to your question, I definitely think it's okay for fans to think Super Bowl. And back to something you said a couple weeks ago or before the Philly game. Yeah, we playing with house money. If they go in there and lose, whatever. No, like you just said, the standard has been set. We're a year ahead. No, we're not.
We right where we at.
We right where we at. We where we supposed to be. We where we want to be. Shout out to Donnell Jones.
Where I wanna be.
Come on, man. Come on. So yeah, think big.
I'm with you 100%. I put out a tweet. You know, had some choice words in it, so I won't quote it. But essentially, I was just saying, forget because it's early in the morning.
Okay.
Forget, and Mama Mac might be in here.
Okay, go ahead.
Forget this idea of house money, man. Go win it.
Yeah.
Just go win that thing, because why not?
Yeah.
You got the opportunity. You here. Why not? This is the same. This is the idea we had, and I've said this a few times, going back to 2018. You go back to 2018, and it's Matt Nagy's first year, and it's Mitch Trubisky's second year, and that defense is crazy, and they taking the ball away, and Khalil Mack and Eddie Jackson and all them boys going crazy, Roquan Smith, and it's finna crack for a minute. Akeem Hicks and all them boys, it did not crack for a minute. It cracked for 1 year. That double doink happened, and that was it. We assumed there was going to be some more years after that. Don't assume nothing, man. While you have an opportunity, go ahead and get that. So Bears fans, enjoy it. Be loud.
Tee up.
Be proud. Tee up, man.
Tee up, Joe.
Tee up. Expect the Bears to go up to Cheesetown and come back with a dub. Last time they went up there, they got a dub. It was the first dub they had in 11 weeks. But Cairo Santos hit the field goal, sent them boys packing with an L. So listen, man. Go up there and handle business, and then expect to come back home, handle business against the Browns, and then expect to welcome the Packers here the week after that and handle business on them again. Go to San Fran and handle business. Let Detroit come here week 18 and handle business. Like, why not? Why not? That's the mentality I have, and I think all Bears fans should be having that same mentality right now. Last thing before I let you go, the Ben Johnson effect. What has it been on this team? And did you think it would happen this quickly?
I can't say I thought it would happen this quickly. I did know that from what we heard, talking to a couple of our guys, specifically talking to what's our guy? Damn, I can't think his name. Our guy from Detroit that was on the Bulls beat with us that we hung out with.
Oh, yeah. That's your man.
Eric. Talking to Eric, he gave Ben Johnson big kudos.
Yeah.
And then coming from you, what you saw during the off season and spring training and all of that. I definitely didn't expect 9-3 this year this fast, but I did expect, like we said, accountability. I did expect a new culture setting. And man, I'm messing with it, man. You know what? What I noticed last week, I love the way Coach Johnson and the offense got everybody involved immediately. Spreading the ball. You got so many weapons. Get everybody involved from the jump. Then you settle in. You let DeAndre and you let Manunga and them guys go off and go crazy. But I think the biggest thing, I love the way he's kind of taking the pressure off of Caleb Williams. And just kind of let him settle in. Yeah, we know he hasn't been efficient, but he has been effective. But it's kind of reminded me, and I don't want to go here because it's going to get the Bears fans even more teed up. But don't talk if you wasn't around for the Super Bowl in '85. But it kind of reminds me of Mike Ditka and the punky QB. Jim McMahon wasn't raw. Jim McMahon was a serviceable QB. He had Walter Payton, Matt Suey, Willie Gault, Dennis McKinnon, Dennis Gentry, Emory Moorhead. He had in the super defense. All you have to do is be efficient and let those talented guys work for you. So I think it's the same thing right now with Caleb Williams and this team. You letting Luther Burden get more touches. You finally using Colston Loveland. You're seeing Cole Kmet finally come on. You see those guys blocking in the run scheme. See DJ Moore. You getting wrong. Once those guys start to make a little bit more effort to get those catches going, and Caleb starts to show a little poise and a little more touch and not a bullet on every pass.
Right.
Full steam ahead, man.
And that's not to say that Caleb won't become the reason.
No doubt.
Right.
No doubt.
It's just saying essentially what Coach Johnson said. Right now, we're kind of winning in spite of what's happening in the past game, not necessarily because of it. It's not to say he won't develop into that guy, but right now you got a great running game. You got a lot of weapons around him. You got an opportunistic defense that's taking the ball away. Lean on those things more so than asking to put the game on the kid's shoulder and throw it around. I think Ben Johnson's impact on this team has been immeasurable. The confidence that he walked into the room with, setting the standard. I was there at his introductory press conference. DJ Moore was there, Cole Kmet was there, Roma Dunze was there, and Caleb Williams was there. And I might be capping about Roma, but either way, he told all those guys, he said, "Hey man, get ready to be comfortable being uncomfortable."
Yep, I remember.
It's like it's gonna be uncomfortable, but y'all better get comfortable with it because that's what it's gonna be. The standard is about to be higher than it's ever been before. We setting the bar higher than it's ever been set before. That's what it's gonna be. He's continued to do that, and he does it in a way that holds guys accountable, but doesn't make them like resent him. They still enjoy playing for him, and the results will do that. I think his impact has been great. He's been very refreshing as a member of the beat. He's been very refreshing in terms of his transparency and his willingness to talk about what's going on with the team, how he honestly assesses the player's performance, his own performance. He's willing to critique himself as well. So I think he's been a breath of fresh air for the city of Chicago. Took off his shirt in the locker room and got a bunch of people some free hot dogs today. I don't know what it's looking like over at the Winter Circle right now, but I'm sure the line is wrapped around.
It's a nice day. No snow. It's sunny out there. A true players coach. Free glizzies for the city. Big dubs.
Got to take a quick break. Gino, I appreciate you as always. Thanks for the sawbuck, my brother.
Yes, sir.
When we come back from this break, we're going to head around the league. There were some big games going down this weekend. Some of them had playoff implications for both the NFC and the AFC. We'll check out some of the results of those games, and then later on, whose body ass is tweaking?
This guy is
definitely
tweaking.
Be right back after this. Welcome back inside the big studios. My name is Herb Howard. This is the Herb Howard Show. Shout out to y'all for being here, man. Shout out to y'all in the comments. As always, your input is valued. Certainly appreciate it. Make sure you drop some comments. Also, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the page while you are here. Do not forget to share the show with at least one person that you think would appreciate this particular conversation. Maddie says, hey, be cool on the good, better, best. Oh my God, it is not corny, Maddie. It's pretty corny. It works though. It works. I gave it all the credit in the world. I even broke it down, and I think there's some meaning in it. But it's a little corny. It's a little corny. It works right now. The guys are feeding off of it. They're into it. Cool. It's not quite Club Dub. You know what I mean? It's not quite Club Dub when Matt Nagy had that joint rocking with the lights off and the streaming lights and the disco vibes after every win. But good, better, best, man. Shout out to Coach Johnson. I don't want no smoke, Matty. I don't want no smoke. I also don't want no smoke with you, Sadiq. Sadiq says, I'm with Coach Johnson 1 week at a time. Don't start thinking ahead. Packers next. Leave the Super Bowl talk alone. That's fine inside the locker room. You ain't in the locker room. I ain't in the locker room. As fans, enjoy the ride. What you gonna look back on like? No, I was real stoic the whole time they was rolling. Enjoy this thing, man. That's what you need. Some of that 85 swagger. Them boys made the Super Bowl shuffle the day after they lost. You know what I mean? Like, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. We don't get this too often. We talk about 85. We talk about 06, and now we talking about 2025. We had a couple of seasons in between, 2018, the 01 season. Like, but it ain't been that many times for Bears fans to enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. It is okay to have fun along the way. If it doesn't end the Super Bowl, don't end the Super Bowl, but you can enjoy it. Players and coaches, they got to stay locked in. That's what they get paid the millions for. You pay money to watch the games. You pay money to wear the jerseys and go there and park and eat the food, whatever. Enjoy it. Have fun. It's okay to think about it. It's okay. Head around the league, man. Some of the games I have my eyes on. Let's start out in the Steel City. The Buffalo Bills came down to Pittsburgh to face Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin. That thing is not on the right track right now. The Bills came down there and put belt to ass. 26-7 for the Bills. They needed to get back on track. The Steelers needed to get back on track. The Bills were able to. The Steelers were not. All is not lost for the Steelers, though, because the Baltimore Ravens also got smacked around by Joe Burrow in his return to Cincinnati. So 6-6 for the Steelers, 6-6 for the Ravens atop the AFC North. I think the Ravens have the tiebreaker right now, but that thing is still very much up for grabs. Let's go out to Indianapolis, where the upstart and surprising Indianapolis Colts welcome in the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud and the boys came there and got it done on the road. 20-16 for the Texans over the Colts. Texans playing good ball, man. They got a chance to come back and steal that AFC South from the Colts over the last 5 games. And I think those two teams play each other in the very last game of the season, just like the Bears and the Lions play each other. That game could decide who is the winner of the AFC South. Meanwhile, the Jacksonville Jaguars just holding back, saying, we'll hold it down. Y'all go ahead and beat on each other. We'll keep it rocking. The Rams went to North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Panthers took care of business. Everybody thought the Rams were the best team in the conference, and they had been playing as such. Matthew Stafford is having an MVP caliber season. Devontae Adams is having a vintage Devontae Adams season. He's got 14, 15 touchdowns on the season right now. Young Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers said, we don't give up. Beat them boys 31-28. Carolina Panthers, quiet as it's kept, handling business out there in the NFC South, making a lot of noise right now, making it hard on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That race is going to come down to the wire as well. The Chiefs, trying to save their season, trying to get things back on track, went down to Jerry's World to see the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb. They might be the big 3 right now in the league. They are balling. 31-28. The Cowboys held off the Chiefs. The Chiefs, told y'all a couple of weeks ago, this could be the end of the dynasty. This could be the end of their reign. It ain't over yet. But the Chargers keep handling business. The AFC picture is getting a little clouded. The Chiefs are currently not in the playoffs. It started today. They'd be on the outside looking in. We'll see if they can do something about that down the stretch. Last but not least, we head into the NFC North, the black and blue division. The Packers went to Motor Town to take on the Detroit Lions. I was encouraging everybody to root for the Green Bay Packers. As Bears fans, everybody's like, I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I could never root for the Packers. Then root for the Bears, because the best thing for the Bears in that weekend was for the Packers to beat the Lions, knock the Lions down another game behind the Bears. The Bears have two opportunities to take care of the Packers. If the Bears are who we think they are, shout out to Denny Green, then the Bears can take care of the Packers all on their own. They go to Lambeau next week. 2 weeks later, the Packers come to Soldier Field. The Bears can deal with the Packers on their own, and even the Packers take care of the Lions. And the Packers did just that, 31-24 over the Detroit Lions, pushing the Lions down just a little bit further. In fact, they are currently not inside of the playoff picture. That is around the league. Those are some of the games I had my eye on. Got to take one final break. When we come back, do you know how much money you make for whatever it is you do for a living? I bet you do. It's one guy who says he has no clue. Buddy ass tweaking coming up next.
I am the Sumo from Morgan Park, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
Yeah, this is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the Bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up, y'all? This is Kyrie Irving. You're tuned into the Bigs.
What's happening is Dame Lillard, a.k.a. Dame Dollar, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up? This is D Rose, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the Bigs.
Welcome back inside the big studios. Listen, it is that time of the show where we scan the sports world and we find inevitably somebody doing something they ain't got no business doing, making themselves look foolish, or in this case, thinking we foolish. New LSU head coach Lane Kiffin, who recently departed from Ole Miss, who was in the middle of a potential championship run, takes the LSU job. He goes to his introductory press conference and he says, listen, I don't know how much money I'm making to be here. I have no idea how much money I'm making in this contract. I'm sure it's a pretty good deal, but I don't know. I didn't know how much money I was making when I was at Ole Miss because I don't care about that. I only care about wins. I only care about these kids. Who cares how much money I'm making? Well, if you don't get your goof ass out of here, who you think you talking to? Nobody takes the job without knowing what they getting out of it. Stop lying to me, Lane Kiffin. It's okay, you know your contract. You know how I know you know your contract? Because I know your contract. Everybody else in the country knows your contract. Ole Miss was willing to pay you $12 million. LSU is paying you $12 million. Florida initially offered you $12 million. You want to go to LSU. It's cool. LSU, prestigious program. They looking for championships. Got a great fan base, great history. No issue with you going to LSU. I don't even have no issue with you leaving Ole Miss. You want to be married to the game, not married to one of the programs, cool. He going to take some of his kids from Ole Miss. And I don't like what Ole Miss did either. Ole Miss, historically, they haven't been a great football program. They've been okay, but since he's been there, they have been constantly ascending to the point where now they're going into the college football playoff with an opportunity, a legit opportunity to win a national championship. Ole Miss said, well, if you leaving to go to LSU, get out right now. He said, well, let me finish coaching this team. We might could win a chip. Y'all just let me finish and then dip. They said, man, if you leave, and leave, chump, now. He's like, okay, I'll leave now. I'm taking my coaches and all that with me too. So who's going to coach these boys till they're not going to win a championship now? If it was me, I'd have let the boy finish up what he was doing, maybe bring a championship to the school. He leaving anyway. Why don't y'all leave with a chip That's y'all decision. Y'all was butthurt about it. Y'all got y'all emotions getting in the way of an opportunity for not only those kids, but the entire university to win a national championship. But back to you, Mr. I don't know how much I'm getting paid. Lane Kiffin, stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. You know exactly how much you're getting paid. Your agent told you. Your wife wanted to know. You wanted to know. You know what the figure is. Stop playing with us like we some type of goofies. Ain't nobody no goofy over here. Your ass is tweaking. We got to go. We'll be back later on this week as we will preview in depth the Bears going into Lambeau to deal with the Cheeseheads, the Green Bay Packers, trying to continue to extend their lead, not only in NFC North, but the NFC conference as a whole. Thank y'all so much for being here. Shout out to each and every one of you for being in the chat, for leaving your comments. Thank you for just watching. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the page, and share it with at least one person that you think would appreciate the Herb Howard Show. Huge shout out to the guys doing all of the hard work behind the camera. Shout out to P.I. on the production. Shout out to the boss man, Terrence Tomlin. Not yelling at us. It's a little early. I didn't want to curse early, so I'm glad he's not yelling at us either. And as always, shout out to Eugene McIntosh for giving me a soft block. Most importantly, shout out to y'all for being here. We'll see y'all soon. Until next time, y'all be good to each other. Peace.